Hi guys, welcome to our new channel, #BudgetMeals. Me and my wife were sat there thinking the other day that with times getting hard, with regards to every bloody bill in the world going up, electricity, petrol, insurance, mortgage, council tax, internet, everything. Wouldn't it be nice to kind of share how we manage to keep our food bill as low as possible? So I thought the best way we could do that and use our skills kind of correctly is to create a YouTube channel. That's where we are now. So what this purpose is of this channel is to create good, tasty food on a budget. We're not talking buying food that's reduced or anything like that. It's just because those are like a one-off deals, so we want to be able to replicate what we do. So we've already posted a video, which was the Old El Paso one pan rice kit, which came out really well. That was done in our new Ninja 15-in-1 Max or something, I think it's called. That was brilliant. That was really nice. But that's a nice meal anyway if you do it in a pot or not. So we wanted to do something a little bit different. So today we decided to create a Chinese takeaway. Well, I say today. The Chinese takeaway rice isn't something you can just decide to eat on the same day. You have to prepare for it. It doesn't take long and it's quite an easy meal. It's very rewarding because it tastes exactly the same as a takeaway. I know people say that when they cook certain things it tastes like takeaways. This is 100% guaranteed to taste like takeaway Chinese rice. Just because of the ingredients. There's not many ingredients. As you'll be able to see from the video in a minute, it's quite straightforward. The main thing is you've got to cook your rice the night before, the day before, and then cool it down within an hour and a half, I think it is, and then put it in the fridge covered overnight. It's called overnight rice. And then that is what you fry with. If you don't do that and you cook with warm rice, it goes stodgy and thick and it comes a lump and it's horrible. Another secret, or the only other secret to this, is MSG. And everyone moans about it and everyone tries to keep it away from it, but that is what the flavour is. That is where your flavour will come from with this rice. If you don't use that, you don't have to, if you don't use it, it will not taste the same. A bag of MSG is about £3.50 on Amazon. I think it's like 200 grams or something like that, and it will last you for ages. We just used our last amount of MSG in this rice, and I bought that probably 2.5 years ago. And we use that in when we do fried chicken, like KFC style chicken and Chinese. You don't use much, only a tiny little pinch, but it makes the world of difference. So with this meal, I think the rice overall cost us just over £1 in price with all of the ingredients. But that assumes that you only use a little bit of a bottle of soy sauce, or only a pinch of of MSG and a couple of eggs and stuff like that. So once you buy the stuff, it lasts for ages. We had enough rice to do 2 adults and a baby, which is probably enough for 3 adults because I have quite a lot of rice. And then we just did a couple of like not ready meals as such, but ready-made Chinese dishes to go with it. I think we had sweet and sour chicken, and then chicken in black bean sauce, both from Food Warehouse, both cost £2 each. So for £5, we effectively had a Chinese takeaway, where normally a Chinese takeaway for us is about £30–35. So we saved a massive amount, and it was lovely, all because of how good that rice tastes. So what I'm going to do is now, I'm going to show you a video of the process of the rice, and I'll do a bit of a voiceover, because you'll find with a lot of these videos that are coming up, we probably won't be talking as we're making them, because we have a very chatty 3-year-old running around. And to get him to be quiet to do a video is a nightmare. I'm only being able to do this video today because he's at his grandparents'. So most of the time it'll be a video of the process, and we'll put up all the ingredients and stuff like that. And then I'll do a bit of a voiceover as I'm editing it, as and when I need to. So everything will be quite straightforward. This video of this egg fried rice, I wanted to do it in the new Ninja. So everything was cooked in there. But you can easily do this on the stove. You just cook your rice as normal. If you haven't got a rice cooker, I probably suggest to get one because it's almost cooked by magic. I have no idea how it works. You put your rice in, put your water in, you push a button, and it tells you when it's done. That's it. It is amazing. If you don't have one of them, you can do it, and you can do it on the hob. You have a mix of 2 different rices. You cook the rice, and then you leave it in the fridge, and then the next stage, when you come to cook it, it's ready in 5 minutes. From when you take it out of that fridge, you cook your egg, you put your rice in, you warm it up, job done. Honestly, we've had the meal. It was amazing. I can't tell you enough how great this rice is. You can add veg to it. You can even put some meat in it. But once you get that base of egg fried rice sorted, you can do whatever you need to with it. So we've got a load of these videos coming up. The main videos at the beginning will be centred around the Ninja, just because 1, it's a new gadget. 2, I'm trying to restrict the amount we use our oven and our hob because it saps the electricity, and it's just at the moment our electricity bill has tripled in the last 3 months. Just on cost. We're not using it any more, any less, so I'm trying to cut down as much as I can. But there will be a lot of recipes on here that can be easily adapted to the oven, to the hob, and then there will be normal recipes that we do. I know we've got a pancake one coming up, probably this weekend or the weekend after. Again, cooking pancakes for a whole family of 4 for less than £1, but then the fluffy American pancakes, not the normal English ones. So thank you very much for watching. As I said earlier, it's a brand new channel. We've got 2 subscribers so far. So please feel free to like and subscribe to this video. If you've got any requests for recipes or any ideas or any suggestions, please comment below, because like I said, me and my wife will be doing this, but unfortunately she's out tonight, so I thought I'd just record this on my own. So she has said that I can just do this now. You'll meet her in a video or two's time anyway. Anyway, so thanks very much for watching. Here comes the egg fried rice recipe. And once you make it, let me know what you think. Cheers, guys.
Okay, so here is the list of ingredients that we used to make the egg fried rice. As you can see, there's nothing too major there. The only thing is the MSG, but you can get that on Amazon pretty cheap and easy. So here we are, just mixing the rices. We did used to just use long grain rice on this, but now we've started using the jasmine rice. It adds actually a nice little flavour to it. Do spend a couple of minutes rinsing your rice out, just because there's a load of dust and crap, as you can see in the bottom of the bowl there. I always put a bowl underneath so I can see how clean it's getting, so it don't just go straight down the sink. But as you can see, the water gets clear pretty quick. Okay, so now turn the unit on and then add your water. I didn't know whether to use cold or warm water on this, but cold came out fine. You just add your rice. Not sure why I stirred it, but I thought I just didn't want any rice sticking out above the waterline. And then this is where we do our quick pressure cook, making sure that the nozzle on the top is in the back, towards the back of the machine in the closed setting. Okay, so cook on high, 2 minutes with a 10-minute delay. The machine automatically presets to a 10-minute delay anyway, so you don't have to change that if it's 10 minutes. Still gets me every time, that I do enjoy it. Okay, so now we're open. Be careful when you're opening up the lid, there's a lot of steam. But this is the first ever time we did rice in here, so I was quite surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised, I was actually quite happy it came out quite well, because I really didn't want to have to do another lot. The rice is a little bit stickier than I thought it was going to be, but for the purposes of the egg fried rice, it doesn't really matter anyway. This bowl, we got it from IKEA a few years ago, but the fact it has a lid is amazing for this recipe, as you'll see in a minute. So now you can put it in the fridge overnight. Once it's cooled down, you have to leave it on the side to cool down. As long as it cools down within an hour and a half, you're good. Okay, so here's the actual ingredients for the egg fried rice. Soy sauce, I like that brand of soy sauce. I've used some others, but this one's probably the best one. Salt, eggs and MSG. Okay, so I always put my salt and MSG in a little pot first, just to make it easier. I can just pour it in as and when I'm cooking, rather than having to measure it out. Just a bit of preparation to kind of make anything quicker is a lot easier. So our MSG has almost run out. That bag, it wasn't a massive bag, but that's lasted us 2 or 3 years. So you don't need much. We only ever use it for the egg fried rice or any other Chinese dishes we make, or even our homemade KFC chicken. So we take the rice out of the fridge, and this is where you find it's all clumped together in one big kind of bowl, but this is where this bowl kind of comes into its own. So we had our soy sauce. I think that's 3 teaspoons. Always looks like it's too much, but it's not, believe me. So we put the lid on and shake it. Saves mixing it. You don't destroy your rice. It evenly distributes the soy sauce all the way around. You will get clumps, like we'll see in a second. So it's quite a few big ones, but then that's just where you use the back of a spoon, and they fall apart really easy. You don't have to worry about it at all. So I just break them up a little bit. And we'll give it another shake just to make sure, because obviously the insides of those clumps won't have any soy sauce on. So another shake just to mix it up. You can add your MSG and salt at this point if you want. I always generally add it when it's cooking. I'm not sure why. You can do it that way, mate. I don't really think it makes too much of a difference. So this is where we get the unit warmed up. Saute on 3. I always generally go with 3, and then you can always up it or lower it depending on what you need, rather than just going in at high. Didn't have a small bottle of oil, so I've just had to use the big bottle. Only a little bit. You don't need much at all. Because this is totally non-stick in this Ninja. So break up a couple of eggs. Then give them a bit of a mix. Oh, actually no, a pinch of MSG and salt. I didn't really get much on in the first pinch, so I did a second little one. And then just whisk it up. And then once the machine's up to temperature, I'll just pour it in. I could have probably done with putting it on number 4 at the very beginning, but this is the first time we ever did this in this device, so I wanted to kind of be careful. As you can see, after a couple of seconds, me just turning around to get a spoon, the egg had already kind of started to solidify. So as it's kind of cooking, you just want to break it up to make sure it's cooked all the way around. Use the back of a spoon to kind of break it up into smaller pieces. Again, won't add any more oil or anything like that, and you just pour your rice in. Okay, give it a bit of a stir, and then just warm it up. Just every now and every couple of minutes, just give it a bit more of a stir. If you have any bits that have kind of clumped together, again, same like we did in the bowl, just break them up a little bit with the back of the spoon like I'm doing here. Add your MSG and salt if you haven't already when you were mixing in the soy sauce. Again, give it another stir. With this, you've kind of got to keep it on the move to kind of get it all warm through. And the way to kind of tell when it's all cooked is when you're moving the rice around, it kind of sticks together a little bit and then will break apart as you move your spoon away, as you'll see on this video in a second when it's a bit of a close-up. So as I'm stirring it, you see that it sticks together, and then as you kind of let go, it kind of just resettles back down. And honestly, it tastes exactly the same as takeaway fried rice. So for this meal, this rice cost us just over £1, I think it was. And then we put 2 dishes with it from Farm Foods. One was the chicken in black bean sauce and the sweet and sour chicken bites. Again, the chicken bites went in the active fry for a couple of minutes with some sauce, and the black bean chicken went in the microwave for a minute, and it was absolutely amazing. So there we are, guys. Our takeaway Chinese, that was just over £5. So yeah, that was the second video on this channel. We've got another one coming up very, very soon. But yeah, just keep your eyes out. It'd be great if you could subscribe, and then you won't miss anything. But thank you very much for watching.